Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey.
And I'm Crystal Albers. It's Thursday, September 28th.
And you're watching Torrington Today.
On yesterday's paper, you can read all about Vanita Kearns. She's been at the hospital for 40 plus years, and the hospital is just a sneak peek at the upcoming community calendar, but is celebrating its 40-year anniversary tonight from 4:30 to 6 over there at the hospital at 2000 Campbell Drive. So there's kind of a feature on her and her 40 years at the hospital. She remembers being able to smoke in the hospital, cutting hair, or getting her hair cut by a ward clerk when it was slow. Things have changed over the years. So.
I would say so.
In tomorrow's paper, we've got a look at the weather. We were supposed to have frost on Monday, which didn't really pan out as bad as they were expecting. But we've got upcoming frost any day now. We're kind of in that frost period. So if you haven't picked your garden already, you might get out and do that. But, otherwise, just a lot of events. It's Torrington's homecoming week, so we got homecoming pictures. Just a lot of stuff to check out.
Well, in sports, in yesterday's paper, you can read about all of Friday night's football action. Southeast was on the sidelines, so to speak. They didn't have a game on last week. But Torrington won at home against Lander by a pretty wide margin. And then Lingle-Fort Laramie, they lost to Midwest. It was a pretty close first half, but then they just couldn't keep up with Midwest in the second half, and they ended up losing that game. So you can read about both those in yesterday's paper. You can also read about state tennis. The tennis season wrapped up last weekend up in Gillette for the state tournament. Ethan Krieger was earned All-State for his placing in #1 singles, and you can read about how all the other Blazers did up there in Gillette.
Sounds great. I think Ethan Krieger is in tomorrow's paper as well. He is a National Merit Scholarship finalist or semi-finalist, so that's also something you can check out if you want to get your Ethan fix.
I forgot to mention what's in tomorrow's paper.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
Well, I went for the seamless pass off,
yeah.
And then it was my own blunder.
Okay. You fumbled.
I did. Fumble.
Yeah.
In tomorrow's paper, you can read about football. That's kind of the main topic this time of the year. It's last Friday was the fourth Friday of the football season, so you can see how the 3 Goshen County football teams have been stacking up against teams across the state, kind of who their top performers are and things like that. So you can read about that in tomorrow's paper. You can also read about Torrington volleyball. They were in action on Tuesday at home, and they lost a 3-set match against Douglas. So you can read about all that in tomorrow's paper.
Sounds good. Well, like I said, in community events, tonight is the Community Hospital 40-year anniversary celebration. It kicks off with a rededication at 4:30. Also this weekend is the Ellis Harvest Home opening weekend. So they got pumpkin patch and corn maze and all kinds of
all your fall fixes.
Yes, and for more information on that, our editor Andy has a story in Friday's paper. So
in weather, you mentioned the frost a little bit ago, and it's looking decent for the next couple days as far as highs go. I know in the evenings it's going to be pretty chilly, but today's high is 63. Tomorrow we're looking at 67, and then on Saturday we're looking at 76. So,
wow.
Maybe not a bad day to check out the Ellis Harvest Home if you don't want to bundle up when you're picking your pumpkins. But
if you get lost in the corn maze,
yeah.
you can survive.
You aren't going to be found frozen
yes.
a couple weeks later. So that's the next 3 days. We're also looking at some rain off and on over probably the next 5 days or so. So if you're going to be outside for a while or planning on doing any traveling or anything, be sure to check the rain situation coming up.
Sounds good.
As far as football goes this week, Southeast and Torrington will both be at home. Both their games start at 7 o'clock, and then it's Torrington's homecoming game, so that would be
big event.
Should be a pretty popular event here in town. Before the football game, Torrington volleyball will be playing Buffalo, and that will be at 5 at Torrington High School, and then Lingle, Fort Laramie, their football team is on the road, and they have a Saturday game this week.
Wow.
Which is kind of strange, but they'll be playing Hannah Elk Mountain at 2 o'clock on Saturday. So
that's a trip, isn't it?
Yeah, if you want to make a little trek across state to catch your Dogger football team, that's where they'll be.
Sounds good.
Well, there you have it, Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
And you've been watching Torrington Today.